Welcome to Bloody Flicks. I'm your host, Pete.
I'm Kyle, and we talk about all things bloody.
And what are we going to do today, Kyle?
So we're going to do two reviews. One I chose, and one you chose. So we're going to do yours first.
Going to do mine first? Okay. Well, I chose a movie that I found at Walmart. I actually am friends with I think he's the, not producer, but distributor or something like that. But I didn't realize he had this movie on his page, that he was involved with the movie. I can't remember how. So since it's on Walmart, I went back and bought it to watch it because obviously, you know, your friends on Instagram or whatever it is. But it's an interesting movie. The name alone, it's called Cyst. And there's a big pussy guy on it. And then you look at the back. It's a 2020 movie. And right there, I'm like, okay, now I got to see this. I let you watch it first.
Yep.
And what did you tell me not to do?
Eat.
Why I'm watching this?
Yes.
And I got up on a morning and
let me guess, you ate something while you were watching
I was eating breakfast and I started watching it. And then the first thing that happened, I shut it off. And then the next time I was eating again and started watching it again and had to shut it off. It's not that gross, but it's gross enough. If you like what'd you say, Dr. Pimple Popper?
Yeah. It's kind of a play on like 50, 60 era B movie, sci-fi horror movies, monster movies. Yep. And, but it doesn't look really much like the 50s, 60s era, but, I think
it's like late 60s,
yeah,
early 70s.
I get where they're going with it. Actually, eating stuff, watching that doesn't bother me.
It was the squirt pus thing.
Yes.
So
there's a couple times where a girl takes shit to the face and pus and whatever.
The poor nurse. But
poor nurse.
So there's a creepy old doctor, and there's a nurse, and they're popping pimples and doing their thing, and he gets cyst, and he squeezes the pimple on this dude's face, on the person's face, and the nurse is like, oh, there's more in there, and he's like, and shoots her across the face with all those. That's when I'm like, okay, I'm done eating my cereal. But it is. I think it looks more like late 60s, early 70s look.
Yeah.
It has that look to me. I don't know if that's 100% what they're going for. It is an old throwback to like the Blob type thing. So it's not like high graphic or anything. It's very basic setting, which I appreciate that. What did you think overall? I mean, obviously he creates these popping pimples and cysts.
The doctor has this machine that's supposed to simplify getting rid of people's cysts.
Yeah.
And it's almost like a laser. Like it's supposed to laser the stuff off. Well, he's trying to get a patent for it.
Laser.
Yeah, laser. And he's trying to get a patent for it. Well, the machine is actually kind of dangerous, and the nurse is like, you can't. This is going to hurt people. That's okay. I want to get this.
It looked like the Death Star laser is what it looked like. I fired it up, and I went, how is that going to cure? It's going to kill somebody.
Well, these people are coming to, check out this machine to get a patent, and all hell breaks loose when the laser creates this cyst monster that's like big monster looking thing.
Giant eyeball.
Giant eyeball. So all these people are trapped inside this, I guess you call it doctor's office, and they're trying to fight this cyst monster. I appreciate, what they're going for. It's not a bad movie.
It's not a bad movie.
It's not a bad movie. I wouldn't say it's like the greatest movie I've ever seen.
Not the greatest movie, but I appreciate the fact. I mean, it's something that I think is fun because it's something like lower budget.
Yep.
Some actors. I appreciate like the older feel of it.
Yep.
The blob of it. It was good. Like I said, it's just kind of there in the middle where I just maybe watch it once in a blue moon or whatever. But I don't know. What would you give the gross pus monster cyst that tries to eat the office people?
I'd probably give it 3 out of 5 blood drops.
Yeah, I think movie-wise, I was going to go 2, but I really like the fact of the feel of the movie, how they did it, as far as how simple it was.
And it was all practical effects, so that's what kind of bumped it up more for me.
So I'm gonna say 3 blood drops out of 5 for me for the movie, the 2020 movie, The Cyst. So yeah, I mean, interesting, very very interesting. You should watch it. I think I got a Walmart around Halloween for like
Was it
10
$10?
to 17, somewhere in there. I don't remember honestly. So, but anyway, now on to your movie, and you picked.
I picked CRABS, which actually we talked about this movie in our horror pack unboxing video for November. This actually, I think, was in October's horror pack, and I watched this, and at first I thought this was going to be one of those movies that was going to be really stupid, and actually I was cracking up. So,
Well, it is kind of stupid.
it is,
but in a good way.
Yes, but in a good way.
In a good way.
So yeah, so we got CRABS. So CRABS is about these mutated crabs, and not the sexual kind.
Well, they more look like I mean,
Yeah.
they don't really like the crabs that you would think of, like Peter Red
Yeah.
Lobster, but yeah. So
So the movie kind of starts off with this couple on the having sex on the beach, and this crab walks up and is kind of sitting there watching them go at it, and the girlfriend is like, "I can't do this," and it was like, and the guy goes, "Well, let the perv crab watch." Well, then the crab attacks the boyfriend, like eats his face. So right off the bat, this is it's going to be one of those kinds of movies. So you have these high school students that during their prom have to face off with these crabs, and it's pretty funny. There's
characters are interesting.
Yes, there's a foreign exchange student named Radu, and I don't know where the hell he's supposed to be from. Is he
5 countries at once. His accent was just
changes like
I do. You the fuck and it was
like he's the best part of the movie, especially like the stuff coming
He
out of
brings
his
the
mouth.
comedy.
Yeah, he's a comedy. Like there's this one scene where he goes to a bar and he's like trying to get help, because the crabs are attacking people, and they're like, "Get the hell out of here! No, help me! I'll punch you in the ass!" And he's and like
the one biker, the one dude's like, "Don't make me get up and kick your ass."
yeah, and then there's this handicapped kid that's a paraplegic, and he invents like robot legs so he can walk.
Well, yeah, he's in a wheelchair the whole movie, but
Yeah.
he's a genius.
Yes, he's a
His
genius.
dad was a genius. He's a genius, and they have a shed full of stuff. And it starts off with this blue thing they got.
Yeah, I don't know what
It's
the
like
hell
a
it's supposed to be.
laser or something because it blows a hole through the barn door.
It's almost like uranium or something.
Yeah, it's like shoots like a laser blue out. We don't know they found it somehow, and so that's not the premise of the movie, but they start out that they have it.
And then at the end, it kind of turns into almost like Power Rangers from us, not for us '90s.
Yeah, and
kids.
you didn't tell me that part, which is kind of funny because I did doze off and had to restart it. I didn't fall asleep because it was boring. I wouldn't play my phone, nothing, but I was tired because of work.
I didn't even think about that till you said
What's
something
that?
about Power Rangers, like the robot fighting. I just thought it was funny that he built a giant robot and.
Well, the characters make it very interesting. So you have the young kid that can't walk dating a pretty girl from school.
Well, were
And
they really
they're
dating? Were
they're
they really
friends.
dating?
They
though?
like each
Yeah,
other,
they
but
like-
they're not like they're at the stage where they're friends. But I think she likes him and he likes her, but they're not
Yeah.
like they don't know it yet.
Yep.
Until she invites him to prom, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to prom with you." Then she has an older brother who was a bum in school, pretty much, and he's an officer now. He's a deputy.
No, it was his brother.
It was the kid's brother.
The boy's brother, and the girl's mom was the other
teacher.
brother's teacher.
Yeah, so-
even though they look about the same age.
So the one that was in the wheelchair was his brother was a dropout in school, and he or not dropout, but he was not good
Yep.
at school. He's not a genius, but he became a deputy.
Yep.
And then the girl, her mom is the teacher, and they do look the same age. And at one point, the teacher and the older brother, and she's talking about how he circled her as a teacher that he was in love with and had a crush on, and they're smoking a doobie, and they look the same age. It's
I
kind of
didn't
weird.
like.
Was she 14 when she was teaching?
That's what I said.
Like,
I
if he
was
was
like, I
7?
didn't quite. I understand that part. I was like, so what were they?
But she was nice to look at,
Yeah.
so I get it. You pick a pretty lady too. Yeah, so I mean, that was kind of just smoking weed in the back of the thing, and then she makes the point. I don't want my daughter to smell weed on me. I'm like, well, you just lit up in a little trailer, like the size of a coffee table.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure to smell it. But yeah, it was Radu.
Radu, yeah.
Radu, yeah. His scene was a little different. He becomes a super ninja, takes on the crabs. But it gets kind of a little slow about right before half. It kind of gets to that little stage where it gets a little slow. But now it's not watchable. And then the crabs start attacking the town. The funny thing is, they're crabs that look like this most of the time. And underneath, they have like these teeth and these jaws, which is a really good job. I thought they did a good job of making the evil crab thing. And they could jump. So this flat crab can just jump and attack. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, while the town's being attacked, there's a giant crab.
Yeah, the queen crab.
No, the queen crab's not out yet. This is a giant crab, though. It looks like almost looks like a giant cockroach. It's not really. It didn't look like a crab. It didn't look like.
Yeah.
It didn't look like this enlarged. It looked like I don't know. It was weird, but it's this giant crab thing that's walking around, which you thought was the main one. And then they're going. The Radu goes to battle, puts a bayonet on, has a sword. They go to town, and all hell breaks loose. And then the end, which you did not tell me about,
It turns into the Power Rangers movie.
the kid overnight in his shed, out of random crap and that blue
Whatever
laser
it was.
thing, builds a gigantic shark robot that's probably about 40 foot tall. Because he invented legs that can up and walk. So he builds this 40-foot robot. And that's the part I fell asleep right before then. So when I restarted it, so they're out of the water comes this giant 40-foot crab thing. So we thought we saw the queen crab, but out of the water comes this giant crab thing. And it's huge, it's like Godzilla. And
It's like Rock'em Sock'em Robots almost.
yeah, and then all of a sudden the kid has this giant shark thing, and the first thing I thought it was Power Rangers right off the bat. And one of the goofiest scenes is that the brother, he had a yellow Mustang for a cop car, and
They're going to drive it off the cliff into the crab monster.
the two robots are fighting each other. Or the robot and the crab thing's fighting each other, and he's in there, and you can tell it's just like he's just like in a green screen type thing going at it, and doing this and that. He has a sword as a tail, and he whips it out, and all. So the brother is in his car, jumps out of his car, and you see the car going down this cliff, and it's so CGI'd. It's so cheap and fake.
Especially when it jumps off the cliff, it's going like this, but then flies into the crab monster.
But it makes it funny.
Yeah.
It's so bad of a CGI that it actually works for this movie because you went through this like 3 transitions. So and as it's driving, he jumps in the car. The car's doing this as it's driving on this little cliff, and just jumps off and it's the queen or whatever crab, I guess,
Yeah.
which didn't really look like well, the last crab looked like a crab.
Yeah.
Kind of. And but yeah, I did not expect that. It was a different movie, fun to watch. It's one of those that you have a few drinks with your buds, just laugh at. You got a cute, pretty teacher mom to look at or whatever. A lot of comedy.
Yeah, I thought for sure it was, oh, this is going to be stupid. And then I'm watching it, and I was like, this is actually pretty funny. I was like,
Actually, there's Radu right there.
yeah, Radu.
He has some of the goofiest
And then at the
lines.
very end of the movie, during the end credits, Radu's singing the song about crabs. I was like laughing the whole time at the end.
I forgot about that. So, what would you give Crabs, the 2022 movie? What would you give it? It's not great.
It's not great, but it's one of those movies where, like I said,
It's entertaining.
It's entertaining. You can probably have a few drinks or invite your friends over, and you all get a good laugh out of it. I would give Crabs. I think I would give it 4 out of 5 blood drops, just because.
Wow, that's
I,
like top echelon.
It's like funny, especially with all the movies that we've watched this year for 2022. This was kind of a nice little fun surprise. So
Actually, yes,
So
exactly.
I'd give it 4 out of 5.
And I did look this up, and it is expensive for the movie to get on the website. So if you go to the website, you can get this. I think I tried to look for a double pack of this. Came with another movie that looked interesting. Man, I don't know if I go 4. I'll go 3 blood drops out of 5, only because I say 4 for top echelon like movies. But man, it's close. It's right there. It's just because it's so stupid that it doesn't have to have great acting. It doesn't have like the great effects, but together as a whole, it is just entertaining, and that's what you want. You either want to be scared, you want to see some naked boobs, or something. That's how a horror movie, or you gotta be entertaining and have
Yeah.
some comedy. This has that, and it has some blood. So pretty well done.
And yeah, it does have boobs too. The girl at the beginning getting.
Oh,
they're
that's right.
having
So there is
sex.
nakedness.
Yeah,
So it
yeah.
has all three. It has boobs, it has blood, and it has comedy. So yeah, it's right there under 4 for me. I can't quite give it 4 because I saved that for the top of the top for me. But
In fact, if you look on the back, it says Crabs is totally stupid in the most clever, brilliant, really fun way. 4 out of 5 stars from Nerdly. Never even heard of that.
that is actually a correct statement.
Yep.
So yeah, so that's actually pretty good. So either way, both of those you can't go wrong. Crabs or cysts. And if you have a cyst or a crab, you should go to a doctor and get checked out.
Yep.
Get some penicillin and get fixed. So until next time.
Stay bloody.